Your turn.
Okay, I'm Grandpa Schwarzman. The date today is 11th of November 2012.
Yeah.
And I was born December 4th, 1929 in Dayton, Ohio. I lived at 36 Fillmore Street until I was 21. And then I went to the Army, but before that, I went to St. Mary's Grade School, which was right around the corner from our house.
Mm-hmm.
And I attended 9 years there. 8 wasn't enough. I loved the place so much.
But he ended up to be a smart little old booger.
I started at the 5th grade. I started when I was 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I received my first communion when I was 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And then confirmation when I was 10 years old. And then I loved to play softball in the 7th and 8th grade. I played hardball with NCR.
Mm-hmm.
I worked there through my junior and, my sophomore and junior year. My senior year, I didn't go back to NCR.
What'd you do at NCR?
First year I was a mail clerk.
Oh.
And the second year, as a stock tracer, I had my own little electric truck.
Oh.
And I had to find all the lost stock that the pressmen had to put in their dies.
Oh.
And after that, I went to Specialty Paper Company. I worked there until I went in the Army. I came home from the Army after 2 years of walking and yelling. I was a sergeant first class.
Tough one.
And I had great guys. My superior officer was Colonel, I can't even think of his name. Colonel, that don't matter. But my captain, I was in S4 and he was Captain Valerie, a great guy. And a warrant officer by the name of, what the heck was his name? Anyway, we loved to play horseshoes.
Mm-hmm.
We played buck a game. He was a whole lot better than I. I lost a couple bucks to him, but I made it up and drinking beer with him.
Now you had a pair of ping pong paddles. That you.
Oh yeah, everywhere I went in the
ping pong?
Army, I took my ping pong paddle, and I liked to play ping pong.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got home, I never had time to play ping pong. There was no table around,
Mm-hmm.
so we gave up on that. But after the service, I came home, and then I met my beautiful bride-to-be, and we got married May 2nd, 1953, and had 7
blind
lovely
date.
children.
On a blind date.
Oh yeah, we met on a blind date, didn't we? Yeah. I was blind ever since, but she was a beautiful gal. I don't know how she ever put up with me.
That's for sure.
Now where'd you work then after the service?
Oh, after the service, I went back to the Specialty Paper Company, and I was a forklift operator, and I had to take all this locker paper, which was real small rolls, and they stacked that up, and I got it back to the warehouse, and I didn't get the lift up high enough. I knocked over about 150,000 pounds of locker. So I thought, well, I just punch out and say goodbye to them. So I went over to Reynolds, which is a printing company. And I started, they gave me a job, and I started down in the press room. I worked in the press room for 7 years. And after that, they promoted me up to the plate room, where we made plates to put photography on the plates, and then we took them down and they put them on presses to roll and print on paper. So I was there for almost, what was it? Well, I retired in 1961. That was the best day of my life, come to think of it, even though I did have a good job.
Well, you're still retired.
I'm still retired now after 25 years of being out.
Yeah.
And it's a great life. I went through about 35 cars. And the first car we had was parking Charlie, and it parked more than went anywhere. And the second car we took on our honeymoon, which is a 48 Ford Coupe. That was the nicest little car. But we went up to Canada. They short sticked us on oil, and I burned the motor out coming home.
Oops.
So we got rid of that one, and we got a
Parking
Oldsmobile.
Charlie's
Yeah, Parking Charlie went to the wayside, and so did the little
Yeah.
Ford.
is history.
So then we graduated, and we went to Oldsmobiles. We had, I don't know how many Oldsmobiles. And we had 7 children.
Every
and-
time it got dirty, you had to change your car.
Yeah, we didn't wash cars. We just changed cars. So our first house we bought was on Chelsea Avenue. We lived there
46 years.
48 years. wasn't it?
48 years,
Yeah,
okay.
48 years. When the old church, Immaculate Conception, was right on the corner up there. Now it's a filling station. It used to be a bowling alley. So then that church became too small because we had 1,200 children in school, and they had to make a larger church, and they did. And it was still right around the corner from us. The children all went to school there at Immaculate. And, well, I went to Shamana High School. That's another story, though. I was basketball manager. I was in everything. But I had a lot of fun in high school. That was great.
What kind of class did you take at Chaminade, Dad?
Oh, I took 2 years of Latin, 2 years of German. Can't speak any of that. You know. Took about 4 years of English. I'm not even good at that. I took your geometry, and I don't remember that either.
Oh my God.
We just didn't need all that stuff in the job that I had. All you had to know how to be a cameraman, just be a dummy.
Oh.
And how they put up with me for 40 years, I don't know. But, after our marriage, we're still going strong.
We're still going strong, happy as ever. And did we ever have an argument?
I don't think so. You want to have one now?
No. We had misunderstandings, but we never had an argument,
No.
did we? We never fought.
No, we never fought. We were just loving people, that's all. But that's about all that I can remember.
Now, is this all on tape?
No, this is rehearsing.
Huh?
Just rehearsing.
This is the rehearsal.
I'm glad it was rehearsing.
I'm
because
glad it was a rehearsal too.
This was too much fun for me.
No, this is all being recorded.
Oh no! Oh no! Did you hear that?
Oh my goodness.
It's all being recorded. Oh,
What about the your childhood, Dad, as far as farming and
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My childhood, to make money, I worked for the mayor of North Star. We baled hay, ground hay, and we had all the hay we could eat for free. And we had a load wagon. And after that, I became a baler. I made $4 a day and all the hay I could eat. But then after that, I worked for Coca-Cola and Bottling Company. I loaded trucks, got $1 an hour from there. I always had money in my pocket, so. And then after that, I worked at Shillitoe's. He sold electric welders, and I was office manager there. Kept books for him. And after that,
did you work at a shoe place?
No, I didn't work in no shoe place, no. I think after that I went straight, Uncle Buddy got me a job at the Specialty Paper Company. That's where I went to the Army. I stayed there until I went in the Army. I was inducted in Fort Thomas down by Cincinnati. And after that I went to Fort Knox for 4 days, where I was very lucky. I caught pneumonia. They put me on a train to go out to Fort Lewis, where they threw me in the hospital. I didn't even know where I was at until I woke up about 6 days later. I found out I was in Washington State at Fort Lewis, Washington Army Base. And I don't know how I ever found my way back to my outfit, but somebody knew the way. I couldn't find it now.
How long?
I spent 4 months there. But we went to Seattle on the weekends. A buddy of mine, his name was Bob Bolger. He was a nice kid. And we had a lot of fun. And then we went to Tacoma. We went to Seattle. We went to Puget Sound. We almost got hit by a reindeer. It came out of the fire. We was fighting a forest fire up in the Cascade Mountains. I never drank so much beer in my life, and it had the coldest beer. we put it in the creek, and it would keep our beer cold. And we were supposed to be fighting this fire, and I was out on these trenches, and all of a sudden this big buck came by, and I thought he was going to run over me, and I ducked behind a tree. My rifle it had no ammunition, so I couldn't shoot it. And here comes a Jeep out with a colonel driving it, and I asked him if I seen this deer, and I said yes. So went back in fire break, and so he hightailed right after that deer. I don't know if he ever got it. I never heard any firing or any shots fired off, so I don't know if he's got it or not. But after that, we came back out of the fire, fighting fires, and then I went to Korea. I was in Korea, which is very cold in the wintertime. It got about 20 below zero. And it got so hot in the summertime, it was 114. And the bugs over there, you wouldn't believe. They had bugs over there that could fly around. They looked like buzzards. And on nights, we had to go out on night patrol. I'd take 32 guys out. I'd go about 40 or 50 yards out. We sit and we just listen. If we didn't see anybody, we came back home.
How long did you serve in Korea?
Now, I was in there about 15 months in Korea, and that was enough. They wanted to make me a warrant officer. I was a sergeant first class. I was a battalion ration breakdown sergeant. They wanted to make me a warrant officer, and I said, I had enough fun over here, so I want to go home. Then that's when I really got in trouble. I got married.
Oh, boy.
But I had a very loving wife. She woke to me every day.
Yeah.
And when I was on shift for 15 days going over, all my mail collected when I got over in Japan, I had about a stack of mail about a suitcase high. And so I had a beautiful birthday over there, though. I hit Busan, Korea on my birthday. And this little guy wanted to know, a little Korean boy, he wanted to write back and tell how brave I was. I was going up on the front line. And so we hopped on his train, had no windows in it. It was all full of holes from bullet holes. And all of a sudden, all the infantry got off. Then we went further, and then all of a sudden, all the artillery guys got off. I asked the corporal, when the hell do we get off? He said, oh, we run out of track. I said, that sounds very for us. So we found out that we were in the 185th Combat Engineers, and that's where I put my time in. I had a great Army life, though. It was great until he wanted to make me a warrant officer, and then the fun beat stopped then.
Well,
So what branch of service you served? Was it the Army?
Yeah, it was the United States Army. I was, I don't know. I was over there and never had to fire a shot.
first class.
But everybody was shooting at me, but I didn't.
What were you, first class? Lieutenant? First class?
No, I was sergeant first class.
Sergeant first
Yeah,
class.
sergeant first class. I had the best. That's the best Army. That's the best rank in the Army can have. All you have to know how to do is yell.